On his third birthday, I bought my son a black Mercedes-Benz 12-volt remote control truck, and you couldn't tell me shit that day. His mother, who has been winning the war on toys for the last 3 years, with this year that shit was gonna stop. So when she dropped him off, behind the door was a black Mercedes-Benz 12-volt remote control truck, and my son looked at it and said, "Daddy! I love you." And isn't that the best gift a son can give to his father? It was like magic. We went into the house and I made him his favorite dinner: spaghetti, meatballs, garlic bread. He liked salad, lemonade. While I was making that, he was in the other room and all I heard was and all kinds of other car noises that was just music to my ears. So after 15 minutes, I bring out the food and I saw my son not in the black Mercedes-Benz 12-volt remote control truck, but in the box that it came in. And I'm like, "Son, what are you doing?" And he goes, "I'm sitting in the truck, looking at the drive-in. We're at the drive-in movie. Get in." You know, that's not cute, that's weird. But, so I go, "Son, get out the truck. Get out the box, I'm gonna put him in the truck." And he's like, "No, Langston, we're not doing this today. Get out the box, put him in the truck." "No." So I took him out of the box, put him in the wagon, and that's when it happened. Transitions are very tough for a child who's on the spectrum. His body felt like he was in excruciating pain. It's like being naked on shards of glass. Physicians call these things meltdowns. As a parent, you feel helpless and then want to know if these meltdowns happen in public. With some of you, look at my son like he needed a beating and look at me like I'm an unfit father. And society has taught us that if my son gets my height and my hue, that teachers, police officers, and nosy ass people just walking by may not be maybe as generous and loving as me and his mother. And that scares the living shit out of me. But instead of me thinking about the future, I gotta think about the present. And instead of thinking about the present that I gave him, I have to think about the gift that his mother gave me. So after 5 of the longest minutes of my life, my son finally recognizes me. I ask him for a hug. He gives me a hug, and our heartbeats beat as one as we embrace each other like we haven't seen each other in years. And in my mind, I thought, maybe my son doesn't have the transition problems. Maybe it's us adults. Because unlike his father, my son loves living in the moment. He thinks outside of the box. And if you think about it, a Mercedes-Benz truck is in the shape of and that box could be anything that his beautiful mind wants it to be: a spaceship, a castle, a fortress, and even, yes, a black Mercedes-Benz 12-volt remote control truck. So I sit with my son in the truck with our food as we eat dinner together, and my son looks back at me and says, "Daddy, I love you." And isn't that the best gift a father could ever receive for his son? Thank you.